Hello, welcome back once again. Now this time I'm going to tell you about IELTS writing task 1, which is for academic IELTS, and that is report writing. Academic IELTS writing task 1, report writing. I'm going to give you some tips how to prepare for report writing. Now let me tell you, when you write a report, basically it's task 1 and you got to write a report of 150 words. Right? So you will write 150 words in the report, and there are 3 paragraphs, but you can divide it into 4 or 5 paragraphs as well. So let me explain like this. There are 3 parts of the report. The first part is called introduction. Now, what are you going to do? You know, in report, they are going to give you some graphic information. They are going to give you the bar charts, pie charts, flow charts, tables or diagrams, and you have to write a report on that. Let me tell you, IELTS writing task 1 is 1/3 of the whole. Writing task 2 is 2/3 of the whole. So you got to write a report. The first part of the report is called introduction. The second part of the report is called body, and the last part of the report is called conclusion. You write 1 paragraph in introduction. You may write 1 lengthy paragraph in body of the report, or you can break it into 2 paragraphs or 3 paragraphs. It's all up to you, or it depends on the type of graphic which is given to you in the exam. And the last paragraph is called conclusion. Okay, introduction of the report, body of the report, and conclusion of the report. Now let me tell you what you're going to write in introduction. Introduction of the report means what you understand about the graphic information. What is on x-axis, what is on y-axis, if it is going to be a sort of a bar chart, and what does it mean, what are the values, right? For example, if there is a bar chart and I write introduction to that bar chart, I write the bar chart shows the percentage of travelers who traveled from one European city to another European city using different modes of transport in the years 1950 to 1970. That is the first paragraph. So first paragraph is very simple. What you see, what you understand, you got to write that understanding in the first paragraph. Whatever that diagram is, whatever the diagram is about, you got to write it in the first paragraph. Now, the next paragraph, there you're going to see what is the most important information in the graphic. What is the most important information in the graphic? And you always start, it's just like from most important to the least important. And if the data is too much, then it is not necessary to cover all the data, right? If it is too much, then you can just pick up few points, especially in the case of statistical tables where the data is so much. So you can pick up some points and you can write a report on the basis of that. Then it is not necessary to cover all the data. So the most important, the first most important, you're going to write about it. The second most important. Now let me tell you about the language which you're going to use to write a report. The language should have verb and adverb format, right? For example, if I write the percentage of travelers using cars increased tremendously. Increased tremendously. Tremendously is adverb. Increased is verb. So remember, every verb, when you are writing a report, every verb should have an adverb, so that you explain the quality of the verb, whether the verb or the action that action happened quickly, slowly, minimally, or swiftly, whatever. So you can use this one structure which is called verb-adverb structure. There is another structure which is called noun and adjective structure. Now what is noun and adjective structure? In this you use a noun plus an adjective. For example, there was a gradual rise in the percentage of travelers. There was a gradual rise. Now gradual, and then we got the word rise. Gradual rise is the noun, right? Gradual rise, gradual is going to be the adjective, right? Gradual rise in the percentage of the travelers. Or there was a sharp increase. There was a sharp increase. Sharp is adjective, increase is noun. So when adjective and noun that comes, we call it the noun phrase. When verb adverb come, then we call it the adverb or verb phrase. So you can use the verb adverb phrases, you can use noun adjective phrases, because you have to give a variety to the examiner in your actual IELTS writing task 1, report writing. Now, one thing. Second, if you want to know further about IELTS report writing, it's a very good idea. This tip is going to be the gist of this video. This tip is going to be like, you know, the magic tip for this video. All you need to do, you can get any English newspaper and read the financial page or business page of that newspaper. Now, when you read the business page of the newspaper, there you can find certain graphic information, the fluctuation of currency rates, the fluctuation of commodities and their prices. So you can see in the business page or any financial page, or even you can get the financial newspaper, there you can see any graphic information, any table you find about the commodities and their prices, fluctuation in their prices, increases, decreases and all that. You should read that carefully, because the language you are going to learn from the financial or business newspaper, that language is actually used in report writing. Clear? Exactly. So, you know, when you read that newspaper, you are developing that sense of understanding, you are developing those structures, you are developing the understanding of that very language, that very specific language which is used to describe the graphic information. And once you are going to get used to it, you can write very good reports. So you can practice IELTS reports as well. You can see some specimen, read that, and then take the same graphic information and write your own report. But let me tell you, as far as the development of your language is concerned, as far as the understanding of graphic information is concerned, nothing can help you more than the financial or business newspapers. You should read that, and only read the part where you see any graphic information. The fluctuation in currencies, international currencies, fluctuation in commodities, oil prices, if there is a report about oil prices, right? How they fluctuated in the last 3 months, or how will they fluctuate in the next 3 months. So you can do that. Another thing which is important about report writing, you got to see if the data of the report is the past, then you can use the past tense to write the report. If the data of the report is present, or if there is no mention of the timeline, I mean they have not mentioned the years, then you can use the present tense. And if the data is about the last 10 years, right, and the next 10 years, then you can use the past and the future tense. So you got to decide this as you are going to go through the graphic information. You can just see what it is about, and there is a short note given with the graphic information. Read that note carefully, that comes in the question. It will help you further understand what structures you have to use and what tense you have to use to write a good report. So this is all about report writing, and remember, nothing is going to help you more than practice. So read the specimen, and as you read the specimen, read it sentence by sentence. Read one sentence, match it with the graphic. Read second sentence, match it with the graphic. Read third sentence and see where is the graphic, or where is that portion of the graphic about which this sentence is written. So all you need to do, you need to find the trends in the graphic information and convert those trends into sentences. That is an art, and that is, you know, the important thing. Find the trend in the graphic, convert that trend using appropriate language, verb adverb structure or noun adjective structure. You can use that, and that's it. You can write very good reports. I've told you about the structure. Now you need to practice a lot of reports. More you practice, more you're going to be perfect. But for vocabulary of the report writing, you can Google it. Just go to Google and write the vocabulary of IELTS writing task 1 report writing. You will find the adverbs, you will find nouns, you will find adjectives, and you can find the verbs as well. But remember that newspaper tip, that is really magic. So read financial newspapers. Maybe you can read them for 10 to 15 days. In 10 to 15 days, when you read newspaper every day, financial newspaper, you can develop a very, very good understanding. You can develop a very good language of that, and then you can write reports very, very comfortably. If you like this video, please hit on like button, because your likes are going to motivate me to make more videos. They are going to encourage me to make more videos. And I teach IELTS online on Skype as well. If you want to join my online classes, there I can guide you further. I can give you classes on Skype. And I teach IELTS in Lahore in the class. So if you are from Lahore, Pakistan, you can join my class as well. And if you have any question, you can write your question in the comments. I will try to answer. You can also subscribe my channel, because if you're going to subscribe my channel, whenever I'm going to upload a new video, you will get the intimation about that. So please don't forget to subscribe my channel. And if you have any comments, you can write comments in the comment box. You can contact me directly. My numbers are given as well. I wish you all the best. See you soon.